Good morning, garden friends. Planted in the middle, where I'm documenting my backyard transformation to inspire you to do the same. It's Zone 6A, Midwest, middle suburbia garden. So I'm sitting here on my covered patio. It's where I spend a lot of time during the nice weather. And with suburban problems, I have neighbors very close. I'm going to turn the camera around here and show you. If you can see my latest project out there, I've planted those 3 trees. The house behind the trees, behind the fence, has a swimming pool right there with a deck, a raised deck. So when they're out there in the pool, it looks like I'm looking right at them and they're looking right into my yard. So to get a little privacy, today's project is the process of me planting those trees. So I'm going to zoom in here, see if you can see the pool deck there beyond the fence. So for this project, I consciously chose to get evergreens. I want to avoid any leaves falling in their pool. Just trying to be a kind neighbor. I don't want to have anything that has leaves or flowers or seeds that are going to drop into their pool and have them constantly clean it. So evergreens were the way to go. So the planting process that I'm going to show you did take place over several days, 3, 4, 5 days. Video from the digging of the holes was corrupted, so I don't have that to share, but I have the rest. One day during the process was really windy, as you will see on the video, and so I knew I wasn't going to be able to commentate everything I was doing, because all you would be able to hear was wind hitting my microphone, and that would be super annoying. Also, while doing this project, I discovered some drainage issues where water is running along the back of the fence anytime it rains, and I've known that was an issue, but I'll explain more of that in another video where you see how I'm going to solve for that. Junipers do really well here in the Midwest. They tolerate the poor soil. They tolerate the extreme heat and cold that we get. They grow in the ditches of farmland and undeveloped areas. And along with the red cedar, they're often considered a weed. So junipers are a good choice. However, they do have some considerations in a residential landscape. They do not like wet feet, which will go through a scenario here, how I'm berming them up a little bit to keep their feet dry and to keep water away from them. They also don't need as much water as a lawn, so you don't want them to be hit by sprinklers. You want to keep them more dry. Once they are established, they are very drought tolerant. In fact, shouldn't need any supplemental water. And I won't be running drip to them as well. Just they'll get the rainwater, and if I feel like we've had a drought and they need extra water, just be a hand water. As you see here, I planted these higher than the level of the soil so that we can help with water drainage. So they're up the root balls are about 4 inches above the level of the ground. And I filled in with bagged topsoil, and now you'll see that I'm bringing in some fill dirt. This is native soil that is going on top, and this will help deter water from filling up the holes. Berming it up, as you can see in the back behind the trees, there's some native soil there that's been starting the berm, and then I'm going to dump more native soil to cover the holes and start making it work its way down towards the grass at an angle, help directing water away from the root balls.
As you may have remembered from previous videos, my plan is to make 6 to 8 foot garden beds around the entire perimeter of my backyard. So this first project is the proof of concept that the lasagna garden, the cardboard method, will work to smother out the grass and keep my flower beds free of grass. So putting in the cardboard here along where I want the bed to be. In the case of this project, I'm going to be adding some bagged topsoil to help create that berm effect to get it to slope towards the grass. And then I'm going to be adding some bark mulch on top of that. So right now I'm placing all the cardboard, taking care of any holes that are in the cardboard, and then I'm going to add water to the cardboard to help get that to start deteriorating and help keep it matted down to the ground. And that's a wrap on this part of the project. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you'd like to follow along to see the rest of the journey. Thanks so much for watching.